Okay, so I got really behind on this creator, A Wild Iraqi, and so definitely need to catch up, and I've been meaning to catch up for a while, and I have decided that I'm not going to do the audio only stuff anymore, at least not most of the time. So I'll leave that for later, or maybe not do it at all, depending on how things go. So let's just go for the music videos. So let's go for the oldest one first. This is actually 2 weeks old, and I never got around to it. So let's go ahead and go in. Okay, Chasing the Rush by A Wild Iraqi. And this is only the second music video I've ever made. Huge thanks to each and every one of you for your love and support. I cannot express how much it means to me that I can make music you folks love, and hope I can continue bringing you such awesome music. Skyebrows is love, Skyebrows is life. Oh, that is a Shrek meme. Let's see. And yep, I will recognize all of these cameos. And oh, and a playlist is here too. That is cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this one. And Wild Iraqi has much better stuff than this, I think, because I've seen some spectacular improvement in other videos that he has made. So if this is his first one that I somehow managed to skip over and not do, then it is it's probably going to be rougher than those, but don't let that put you off, because he definitely improved. Okay, so let's go. Okay, well, I think the words are a little bit too soft in relationship to the loudness of the music. So I think I'm going to go back actually with the closed captioning on and listen to that again. And this character here is A Wild Iraqi himself. So this is his self-representation character, who has cameoed in a lot of other people's music videos by now. That voice was so soft that even the closed captioning didn't pick it up, but I think it said, "You're listening to A Wild Iraqi." I think that's what it said. Wait, is that what it really said? I would blow your eyes? I would blow your eyes. Is that what the lyrics really say? Okay, let's go. Okay, so the music there just shifted all to my right ear headphone, and then it suddenly shifted all to my left ear headphone, and then it went back to both headphone ears. So I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I don't think that little technique worked right here.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, that thanks for watching seemed a little bit glitchy, and then I expected it was the end, but I see we're still not at the end here. Oh, what a sweet message. Yeah. A lot of creators in this community are lifting each other up. It's the exact opposite of the crabs in a bucket mentality. Instead of pulling each other down, we're lifting each other up. It's been lots of fun. Yeah, and the campfire is symbolism that's getting used a lot in the Skyebrows community. And because it's in the Cream of the Slop video by Skyebrows himself, the lyrics, and very inspiring lyrics that a lot of people have been touched by. Okay, so let's go back, and there aren't a really huge number of cameos except for later on. Well, not all that large anyway. So anyways, starting out, we've got A Wild Iraqi himself, and we see what he looks like before his mask is on. And I really like the backgrounds in these scenes with the galaxies and the purple colors and stuff. That looks really cool. Oh, and before we went further, I wanted to say that I really like this song. It's a good song. It feels really re-listenable. And notice it's 5 minutes long. And usually when they're 5 minutes long, they feel to me like they're a minute or two too long. Usually anything longer than 3 minutes has to be really, really good, or I just sort of start getting bored. But this, it did not feel like 5 minutes. It felt like the right length, so very re-listenable. And then these like live action car chase scenes. I'm not really sure what they mean. They're okay, and they do look cool. But I'm not sure why they're live action when the rest is mainly animated, and I'm not really sure how they relate to the rest of it. So, anyways, but I haven't seen A Wild Iraqi make choices like that since then. But these galaxy shots here are really, really awesome, nice abstract animation. I like those. And then we've got Skyebrows himself, and he's in an environment that is similar to the blank page liminal space environment of Skybrows. And instead of working on a computer keyboard, he's working on a keyboard here. And let's see, and then he gets like more and more charged up as the thing goes on. Like, I think if we find him, like, oh yeah, see, we find him further on here, and he's like got a lot more electricity around him and stuff, and like he gradually gets more and more charged up as it goes on. So that's a cool progression of these scenes that, you know, shows a story, Skybrows getting more and more charged up. And then here is DJ Nathaniel, and I thought the scenes with him made him look extremely cool. But you know, he's got this purple power, and he's got a cool character design, and I like the color purple a lot. Yeah, look at that. That was really cool. I mean, when I pause it, it doesn't look quite as cool, but it looked really cool on the first watch through. Okay, and then we've got Lord Intellectual. And Lord Intellectual with Lady Intellectual, who is his Rule 63 character. So this is not a separate VTuber. This is just him as a female. Okay, and then I think this is Powder. Let me look. I'm going to cheat and look at the cheat sheet. Yeah, that's Powder there. Okay. And she finds a purple gem, and then I guess it's implied that she uses that purple gem as the power source for her magic sword here. Okay, and then this character, I was really confused on the first watch through, but I think this here is Lusty Lynx as a Rule 63 male form, and I saw a similar character in, what was it? It was it Skyebrows Army by Dot Pocket? I think I saw a similar character by Skyebrows by Dot Pocket and Skyebrows Army, I'm thinking it was. And I was like, who is this? I guess this is Lusty Lynx as a male character. Okay, so let's go forward. Okay, then we've got A Wild Iraqi, we've got Keen the Pirate VTuber, and we've got Leaflet in human form. She is a Slime Girl VTuber. Okay, and then Lady Intellectual and Lord Intellectual again. Okay, and then we have a bunch of these scenes with Kirsha on the guitar, and then there's similar scenes with like Nux Taku on the drums here. So Nux Taku on the drums, and those various band scenes, like they match each other in their look. Not the ones with Leaflet, but these other ones like this one, and they really look similar to stuff that I've seen in Fashizi videos. Where is it? No, not there. Okay, which direction am I going? Yeah, here. Yeah, so this stuff looks really similar to stuff I've seen in Fashizi videos. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe Fashizi and A Wild Iraqi were using the same prompts, or maybe the same starting images, or maybe one of them took the images from the other, screenshots from the other's video, or something like that, because they look very similar. So I'm wondering if that is what happened. And, oh yeah, and then this one is, where is it? The pirate ship stuff. Okay, so I think the pirate ship stuff might be a reference to Night Owl's Konosuba music video. I'm not sure if it is, though. It might just be a reference to Keen, or it might just be a generic pirate ship. And then see, Skyebrows is getting more and more charged up as we go along. Yeah, so this is really cool. And then the scenes with Leaflet on the stage, I think are about her Slime Core radio, where she has a channel called Slime Core Radio, where she has AI songs, and she has a similar setup. Usually they're not animated, they're just the music, and or barely animated. It's just her at the thing there. Okay, so I think that's all the cameos and stuff. Okay, so let me go to the next one. So that was Chasing the Rush. Oh, and I should remember to do this. So that was Chasing the Rush by A Wild Iraqi, which I did not manage to get around to for a couple weeks. Or actually more than a couple weeks. It's the 22nd, so 20 days I did not manage to get around to that. Sorry, A Wild Iraqi. Okay, so let's go back here and we'll go to videos. Okay, so oh yeah, and this does not appear to be a music video. I was thinking I had already seen this, but it doesn't have a red bar on it, so I guess I didn't see it. But it's only 24 seconds, so even though it's not a music video, let's go in there and see what it is. I'm curious. Let's look at it. Okay, so this is Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist. And let's look at the decision. I made this on a whim just because I could. Okay, so it's just a quick AI test or something. Okay, let's make it big and we will look at it.
I am Skye Crew, gas mask on and I'm ready to go on. I am Skye Crew, shotguns blazing, take it fast or slow. I am Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist. Step into the fire, I'll get you through this mess.
Okay, so I think that is Skye Crew's own song, if I remember correctly.
I am Skye Crew.
Yeah, he's got a whole song and music video. Let's look at Skye Crew's, and I think it has the same. Oh yeah, I think that's this song. Let's listen to it briefly. Okay.
Oops, now it's dead. I tell bad jokes while I fight the night.
Well, actually, it might be slightly different, but it's similar. If it either is a music clip from somewhere in this, or it's similar to something in that. But it had a similar sound I was able to recognize. So maybe it was taken directly from this music video, or maybe it's just a similar music. Okay, so let's go back. Oh yeah, and it is cool. It is cool, and I like the way it has a twist at the end here. Okay, so let's go back and see the other ones. Okay, so we did I Am Skye Crew. This is one I already did a react to, so it looks like this is the next one here. Let's go in. So this is called New Dreams. Let's pause it. Okay, so this is from only 10 days ago. Okay. And let's see, there's JJ and there's A Wild Iraqi. And I really love this beautiful background. Look at this gorgeous background. Like, where did that come from? Is that like AI, or did they get a separate background and feed it into the AI? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to peek at the cameo list, even though it's probably cheating. Okay, oh wow, that's a real big cameo list. Okay, and Okay, so some that I have trouble recognizing are in here, like Runya and Roboticus Prime. I often don't manage to recognize them. This one, Demi VT, I do not know at all. Son of the Dead Sun. That's one I don't recognize. Okay, but I think I'll probably recognize the others. So let me do a straight through watch and then a super pause rewatch, since there's a whole bunch of cameos in this one. Okay, let's go.
VTubers in AI taking over music like the sun in the sky. A waves crowding, saying it's all fake, but we all know that
Okay, well, that was cool. Once again, the song was really exciting. A Wild Iraqi is good at making exciting songs. And I think just from looking at it that the cameo list is not in order, but I'm not quite sure about that. Let's reload it. Okay, let me look at the cameo list. Yeah, it says not in order. Okay, yeah, not in order. Okay, so let's go through. So first of all, it's A Wild Iraqi and JJ. Okay, here's Delta Wolf. Okay, and Keen the Pirate VTuber, and I noticed that there's actually is a sash over his eye, the red sash, which is really hard to get the AI to do, I'm told. Oh, and I wanted to mention that I really like a lot of these backgrounds, although occasionally it does get too sparkly, but mostly I really like them. Yeah, like this thing is a little bit too sparkly in Lady Intellectual's hair. So here's Lady Intellectual. And here's Ember Paradox, and yeah, it's a little bit too sparkly here because it's like covering her up. Okay, so then we've got, I think this is the robot Ben, and then it's a string of numbers after his name. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's something like that, though. And then A Wild Iraqi, and I think this is Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist without his gas mask on, because he looks kind of like this when he doesn't have that on. I think that might be him, although he's got yellow power instead of the pale green yellow power, so I'm not sure. Okay, now these three. I'm pretty sure the one in the middle is Powder, and the one here is Lusty Lynx. But I'm not sure who that is. Let me look at the description and see if I can figure out anything. Well, there's a few that I said already that I wasn't going to recognize. Let's test this one and see if the profile picture looks like it. Is that the same one? Wait, where am I? Okay. Oh, I'm in New Dreams. Okay. So this one, and then Demi. No, this one is Purple Eyes. Okay, so probably not. Okay, let's go. And then Ember Paradox in her winged form. And then Keen again, and I like this, how this one is really well animated, and the sash isn't over his eye, but you know, it can be hard to do that.
Taking over music like the sun in the sky. A waves growling, saying it's all fake, but we all know the new sound is cake.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure what the lyrics mean about the new sound is cake, but I think it might be a reference to that meme when Everything is Cake took over the internet, where all these cake makers would show you videos of something that looked like a shoe or anything like a cat, or and then they cut it and it would be cake. So like everything was cake. I'm wondering if maybe it's a reference to that meme. Okay, and then I really like this shot here. I'm like wondering if maybe this, how was this generated, and was this like generated as a really detailed still image and then fed into the AI? I'm not sure, but this is really cool looking.
Erasing lines, snuffing out the hate that fuels the divide. Skyebrows came and showed us the cream.
Okay, and then Skyebrows came and showed us the cream, and it's showing the water coming down and putting out the fire. So I think it's showing that there's togetherness that is eliminating the arguing and complaining that usually dominates the internet. There's a community with a lot of togetherness in it.
Now we're all rocking in a field of brand new dreams. This new sound is yours to take. Crank up the volume, let the ground shake. Take my hand.
Okay, and then the previous one here was JJ, and then this one here I think is Dawn Halo. Let's see if Dawn Halo is in the list. I can't remember. Well, I don't see Dawn Halo in the list. Okay. So where's another one I don't recognize? Son of the Dead Son. So maybe Son of the Dead Son. No, this doesn't look like that. Okay. Do not know who that is. Okay, so let's keep going. Or actually, maybe this is Powder in winged form. Yeah, that's probably Powder in winged form. The wings threw me off. That's probably who that is. That's Powder again. Okay, and then I think, is this A Wild Iraqi in armor, or is it Sir Squintifier? I'm not sure. Okay, and then we missed one. Okay, so here's Roboticus Prime. And then Cross Legends. Okay, and Psychro, the Friendly Survival Specialist. And then Leaflet doing a scene like her Slimecore radio again. Okay, and I really like these abstract animations like this, and see if you pause and look closely, a lot of these are hearts that are coming together. So I'm wondering if maybe if it's a reference to the spirit bomb in Skyebrows, where many different cameos sent out hearts that coalesced into a spirit bomb. So I'm kind of wondering if that's a reference to that. And then this is the Holy Ball, a YouTuber who makes music videos. Yes, I'm behind on their music videos also. But yeah, look at this scenery here. This is just awesome backgrounds that A Wild Iraqi makes. Okay, yeah, that figure in the armor is A Wild Iraqi, because look, there's a mask with a red jewel in the middle, which is one of the ways that you recognize A Wild Iraqi. And then Ember Paradox. Okay, and then we've got Nihilith, Chiral Chikage, and he tells a lot of people to call him Chi because they have problems with Chiral. And his horns are supposed to be different. One is mostly white and the other's mostly black. Yeah, the mostly white one is on the black side and the mostly black one is on the white side. But it can be really hard to get the AI to do that. And then here's JJ again. And Lord Intellectual again. And I just really love these backgrounds. Look at them. They're maybe a little bit too sparkly sometimes, but they're wonderful backgrounds. Okay, and then here's Skyebrows. Yeah, and just look at this background again. It's just so amazing. Okay, and then we've got the three from before, and Kivox has joined them. And then this golden tree in the background that's going to keep appearing over and over. That's a reference to the music video, The Golden Fall. And I'm thinking that's a Psychro video. Let me check on his channel. I think, oh wait, I just saw it. Let me go back to popular. The Golden Fall. Yeah, The Golden Fall. Let's pop in here. Okay, let's see, where is the Golden Fall? The tree, the golden tree, where's the golden tree? It's somewhere in here. Where is it? Okay, there. Well, it's in here. I know the golden tree is in here. Yeah, oh, here, where is it? Oh, there, it turns golden, and I know it appears elsewhere in the video. It's not showing me in the preview. But yeah, so it's a reference to the Golden Fall. So there's a lot of references to the Golden Fall that appear, and that's that golden tree that often appears in Skyebrows related content is a reference to the Golden Fall. Brand new dreams. Okay, and then this scene is kind of weird. Notice how his hand comes up, but then like another shadow hand or maybe two shadow hands come up at the same time. And I'm not sure if that is intentional or if that is an AI error, but I was kind of weirded out by that when I saw that. Okay, and then Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist. And I mostly like this scene, but I noticed on my first view that he seems to be playing with this knob in a way that doesn't make any sense, just like weirdly playing with it. But that's, you know, it's really hard to make it look like it's purposeful movement in AI, because a lot of times AI will just have people mess with machines in ways that don't make sense. Okay, and then this looks like Dawn Halo, but with multiple wings. But I didn't see Dawn Halo in the cameo list when I looked before. Did I just miss Dawn Halo? Yeah, I'm not seeing Dawn Halo. Okay, let's go. Okay, and then here's Keen, the pirate VTuber, and notice how the AI put an eye patch on him instead of a sash and put it on the wrong eye, and also turned his hair totally green instead of just being green on the tips. And those errors like that, it can be really hard to prevent the AI from doing it. But once again, look at this background. This is like an awesome background. Super awesome. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe these were still pictures that were generated separately and then fed into the AI where it was told, use this background. I'm kind of wondering if maybe that was the technique that was used. But really awesome backgrounds. And then Ember Paradox again. Okay, and this is Kura Anagarashi. And I'm probably mispronouncing that. Let me go look at his name. Kura Anagarashi. Yeah, Kura Anagarashi. That is him. And, okay, let's look. Okay, and then we got Kyril Chikage, and I noticed both of his horns turned black now. Nihilith, JJ, and Kivox. And then A Wild Iraqi again. Yeah, see, sometimes he changes his clothing, but he has a mask with the red jewel on it. Okay, and this is Runya. I forget the rest of her name. Let me look. Runya Eithelnar. Runya Eithelnar. Okay. Let's make it big. Okay, and then I think this is a female version, a Rule 63 version of A Wild Iraqi, because see the mask with the red jewel, and for some reason has a crown as well. Okay, and then the original character, A Wild Iraqi, and the Rule 63 version in the same shot together. And I guess he has the yellow power and she has the purple power. Yeah, his eyes are glowing golden and then her eyes are glowing purple. And his sword is golden and her staff is purple. So yeah, they've got color themes going on here. Crank up the volume. And then Keen again. Crochet, take my hand. And Delta Wolf again. Escape the fire. Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist again. Oh, and when I pause it, I notice his eyes look pretty weird through here. Open your heart, let me take. Okay, so I think this is, I'm trying to remember his name, Invicta or something like that, Invicta. And I don't know who this is. Okay. Or actually, wait, is that Sir Squintifier? It's so hard to tell who they are from behind. Is Invicta in here? Invicta is not in here. Okay. but Sir Squintifier is. It's hard to tell who they are from behind, though. Yeah, it looks like their powers switched around. So when they're on the throne, they both have the golden eyes. And then it looks like in this scene, they're healing people with magic power after a disaster. Yeah, see, here's Red Cross Kit. And she has the purple power again, but she's gone back to having the golden eyes. Yeah, look, here's this thing again, and you can see all the different hearts going together. Yeah, I think that this is a representation of the spirit bomb in Skyebrows, a Skyebrows original video. Yeah, I think this scene here is a little bit too sparkly for me. There's sparkles in her hair, sparkles coming out of the guitar, and then the sky is also full of comets or meteors. It's a little bit too much sparkliness for me. Okay, and then we had two characters fighting. So it looks like this is A Wild Iraqi. This one looks like Invicta, but I guess it's probably like Sir Squintifier in armor. I'm not sure. Okay, and then I think this character is also a Wild Iraqi in female form, but I'm not quite sure. There's the gem, but there's no mask, and the gem's on the hat instead of the mask. But I think this is probably a Wild Iraqi in female form. Okay, and then we've got Nihilith surrounded by food, which is a reference to the food jokes that follow him around, but also multiple videos that he's made about food. Although since this is 10 days old, let's see, isn't this the one that's 10 days old? Yeah, this is the one that's 10 days old. So he didn't have quite as many videos about food at that point, but now he's got even more of them. Okay, so we've got, this is Skye Crew without his gas mask on. So Skye Crew, the friendly survival specialist. This, even though there's no red jewel here, I think this is a Wild Iraqi. This guy is probably Ben again, but I'm not quite sure. Cross Legends. Here is Sir Squintifier, and then here is Griffin Knight. Okay, and then this is the X count. Okay, and then the same Rule 63 and original character again. Now, wanted to say that this long shot where the camera sweeps forward and the crowd kind of gets out of the way of the camera, I can see a few AI errors in it, but not very much. And overall, it's very impressive to be able to do camera movement like that through a large crowd without it going really wonky. So that was really impressive. Okay, and then this is the Skyebrows Cinematic Universe logo that has been starting to appear. And I've seen a few different versions of it, but I've now been told that it got made by DJ Nathaniel. Okay, and so let's go back. And I think I don't want to do the audio only ones here or here, at least not yet. But I think, is this audio only or not? Let's pop in and check. Yeah, it's just a still picture, but I'm in here already, so we may as well just go ahead and hear it. Yeah, let's hear it. Okay, so this is an early draft of the song DJ Nathaniel Skyebrows Messenger and I worked on for his recent video. So actually, no, we better not watch this because we want to watch this thing on DJ Nathaniel's channel when it comes out. Okay, so let's actually just skip that since it's audio only. So all the rest here are audio only, and they might get videos eventually, and then I want to be fresh for them when they do. Or if they never get videos, then I don't have time for them at the moment because I'm trying to go and get through the videos. I'm actually more than 100 videos backlogged on Skyebrows related content. That's how much of it has come out. Okay, so we are caught up on A Wild Iraqi for now. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? So yeah, definitely I enjoy A Wild Iraqi's videos, and some I have enjoyed a lot. Like I really enjoyed this one a lot. And I remember, this one, the first one I reacted to from A Wild Iraqi is audio only, but I super loved it. So yeah, this is a really good creator. Definitely recommend A Wild Iraqi.